ladies! I am so excited to be here today to share some of my favorite makeup tips and tricks with you. We're going to raffle off some of my favorite items in just a little bit, so stay tuned for that. One of the major questions I hear all the time is, I bought this eyeshadow palette and I have no idea how to use it. I don't know what color goes where. Help. So I thought it would be a good idea to share how to do a basic eye, and then we're going to turn it into a nighttime eye, which is like more of a smoky eye. I'm going to be using the Urban Decay Naked Palette. I use these Naked palettes for most of my weddings because they are really good for natural looking eyes, which I think is what most people want. There's a good range of colors. There's a good range of matte to shimmer color. And I always start with the Urban Decay Primer for eyeshadow. It comes in a shimmer and a regular and an anti-aging that I actually haven't tried yet, but probably should. I'm going to show you the shimmer one today. So it comes, some come in a wand and some just are squeezy tubes. So I put it on the back of my hand because the worst part is if you get too much. So I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, dip my ring finger, and I apply it all the way from my brow bone up here to my lash line. I was going to say lash bone. That's not really a bone. So brow bone to lash line. And so this one is called Sin, and this one is the shimmer. And it kind of gets rid of all of those, you know, when you can see like veins underneath your skin, or if your eyes are a little bit red, you can use this just on its own and you don't have to put any eyeshadow over it if you don't want to. And it's really pretty. You can see like this is red, you can see some veins, but this covers it up. But not only that, it also helps your eyeshadow if you do choose to put eyeshadow on. It helps it to stay on longer, and it helps it to apply more smoothly. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to start with a shade that is a highlighter shade. This color, okay? So I'm going to take the brush, dip it in there, blow off the excess, and I'm going to put this right underneath my brow bone. And this is highlighting your brow bone. It's basically like an eye lift using makeup. So the point when you're using eyeshadow is to use different shades to bring out some features and use darker shades to recede them. So we're popping out your brow bone and it's lifting your eyebrow, okay? So I've used a highlighter right there, and right underneath here you're going to use a color that's close to your skin tone. This one. I dip it in the fluffy, or I dip the fluffy brush in it. My daughter is watching Minions. She's obsessed with that movie. Loves it. So you put it right between where your lid ends and where that highlighter ends, if that makes sense. You're just right here. You shut your eye and pretty much right in the crease and in towards your inner eye. Okay, so this is creating depth in your eye. You're just taking that, putting it here. You've got the highlighter, and then you've got the color that's close to your skin tone, and that's popping out your brow bone and receding creating depth in your eye. Yes. All right, so then we are going to take a shimmer, and this is kind of like a pink shimmer color. And you are going to, again, blow off the excess, and that prevents a bunch of shadow getting underneath your eye here. And you're going to just put this on the inner lid. So when you have shimmer color, you don't want to put it all over the place, but if you put it on the lid, then it helps to make your eyes look more open. And you can even bring it down a little bit on the inner corner here. The lighting got weird, but you can put it on a little bit here, and that works wonders for if you didn't get a lot of sleep, or if you look like you didn't get a lot of sleep, it opens your eyes. Okay, so we've got shimmer, flesh color, and then a highlighter up here. Okay, we've got one more color to do, and that's it for a daytime look. And this is called Buck. It's just a darker color. It's pretty much the same thing that I put all over right here, except that it's just a darker version. So we're gonna add a little bit more depth on the corner. Again, blow off the excess, and you're just going to put it on the outer corner and bring it down toward your lash line. So think of it as kind of like a V shape if this is the corner of the V. All right, you are just going to blend it. You make really funny faces when you put eyeshadow on, and you don't notice until you make videos of it. All right, so we have some depth created here. So all we did was use 4 different shades. You've got the highlighter shade, shimmer shade, skin tone shade, and then a darker skin tone shade. And this is all I would do for a daytime eye. You can add liner if you would like, and you can add mascara if you like. And I'm just really going to quickly mention that one of the biggest mistakes women make is that they use black eyeliner. And black eyeliner tends to be really harsh, and it can actually be aging. So when you use dark liner, I would recommend a dark brown. Clinique has one of my favorites. It's called black brown, and it's just like a shade lighter than black because it's not as harsh. So you're going to just basically line along your lash line toward the outer corner. There's that lovely face I'm making again. And the key to the liner is to just flick it a little bit upwards on the outside, and that brings your eye up instead of down. So if you line it and you kind of end the line going downwards, your eyes will look like they're turned downward. Especially as we get older, we want them to look like they're up, right? So just flick it out at the end. Sorry, this light. Just flick it up and then add mascara and you're good to go. I'm going to do the other eye and then I'll come back. Okay, so I have just done what I did to the first eye to my second eye, so they're even. So this is more of a daytime look. It's a nighttime look for some people too, so don't, if this is as far as you want to go, that's perfectly acceptable. But I did want to show you, if you do want to go a little bit more dramatic, there's a ton of color options in this palette. We're going to go with just like a darker brown color. Take that flat brush, blow off the excess again, and you're going to go right back into the crease. And it adds just a little bit more drama, a little bit more depth. And you can add as much as you want. The most important thing is to blend. So if you run into some sort of problem, blend. That's the most important thing. Just blend, blend, blend. When in doubt, blend. Okay, so I have added a darker color to this eye. And then if you want to have even more drama, just drag it through the same color, drag your brush through the same color, blow off the excess, and use it as a liner on your bottom lashes, just on your bottom lash line. And you're going to want to stay away from the inner corner, because if you have small eyes and you put dark colors toward the inner corner, that makes your eye look smaller. If you have huge doughy eyes, I'm jealous, and go ahead and line them all around. But if you have smaller eyes, I have smaller eyes, you'll want to stay away from the inner corner and use that lighter shimmer on the inner corner. Alright, so I'm going to add mascara to the top and bottom, and this is one of my favorites because it has a brush for the top lashes, and in the same wand has a brush for the bottom lashes, and it's a teeny brush to get to both. So I'll come back after I apply this. Okay, so on this side I've got the nighttime eye. It's just a little bit darker, and I've also put the shadow on the bottom, and I've put mascara on the bottom as well. And then on this side I have the daytime eye, or the lighter eye, and I've kept the liner just on top. So 2 different looks. I kind of look a little bit weird now that I'm looking at myself, but it's 2 different looks: nighttime, daytime, or dark and light. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, please feel free to let me know. I also have a YouTube channel where I have some other videos, some other how-tos, and yeah, thanks for having me, and I am looking forward to talking with some of you. All right, bye.